nanjye ngezera parambaza ati niko umukobwa we bite kugira ngo ushakane n'uriya muntu bati wavayo nanjye ndavuga nti wapi ntago byashoboka.
Genuine and true love is so rare that when you encounter it in any form, it's a wonderful thing to be cherished in whatever form it takes. She is called Claudette, a lady that went against her family to marry the man of her dreams. He was rejected because of his disability. This lady decided to stick to him no matter what they were going through at that moment.
Amazina yanyu?
Manzindore Focus.
Inde?
Manzindore Focus.
Manzindore Focus.
He is called Focus, her husband. He says that though he is disabled, he wasn't at all born like this. When he was still a young child, he went through a lot of pain and suffering that made him turn out like this.
Bamukurikiranye wenda ngo bamenye
tubamutwaga byagira kera se.
N'ubu baracyahari.
Muzi papa bamukaza.
Arahari ni mukuru wanje ariko nazi ni mukuru wanje.
Ni mukuru wawe. Niwe wabikoze.
Surprisingly, it is his own brother that did this to him. Since his legs turned out like this, he covers them because people always laugh at him and call his legs tires. This hurts him every time anyone says it. Today, we visited this couple in a far and hilly village where they live so that they could share their incredible love story with us. The journey to this place was not an easy one at all, but fortunately, we finally got there, and this is their story. Since Focus is disabled, it has been very hard for him to find a job. However, he once worked at this place selling chickens and sugar canes. He was later fired because his boss thought that he wasn't able to attract customers due to his condition. Now, he keeps crawling and stays by the roadside to beg for coins that he uses to buy food for his family, which has never been easy at all. This is where we found Focus, and he was very welcoming. He decided to take us to his house. It was quite a distance from the main road that we found him. He walks through one of the most deadly roads that we have ever seen before. When you happen to slide and fall, you immediately lose your life. This is the road that this man uses twice a day and sometimes even during the late nights. He says that this all started a long time ago. He was born a normal boy just like everyone else. He was a playful one and he remembers himself running around with both legs. He was totally fine until it all changed. One day, he was in the garden with his elder brother. His brother had a machete and they were harvesting and cutting down plants because they wanted to start a new plantation. He cut down a tree that accidentally fell on Focus's legs, and this is what made him like this. They quickly rushed him for treatment, but according to what he says, his parents couldn't afford to take him to a medical hospital. They took him to one of the local village traditional doctors who tried to put sticks around the leg so that they could reform it, but this all failed. He turned out to be disabled, though his family tried all they could to save his legs, but nothing ever worked out. Now, he had to live with this forever and accept the fact that it was never going to change for the rest of his life. He says that it was very hard for him when he realized that he couldn't play with friends. He was a young boy and he still needed to do all this. But as time went by, he finally accepted and learned that what had happened to him was permanent. The day that this accident happened was the last that he was ever in school because after then he couldn't walk there anymore. It was quite a very long distance from their home to where he went to school, and this made his life even more miserable. He was growing up slowly by slowly, and he turned into a man that was ready for marriage. Finding a lady that was going to accept him for who he is was also another problem. Most of the girls he talked to about marriage rejected him the moment he said it. He later came across Claudette, who also first rejected him and didn't want anything to do with this disabled man. Later, she kept on thinking about him and how kind and loving he was. This was when she made the biggest decision of her life. She accepted to be his wife regardless of what her friends thought about Focus. They got married and they started living together as husband and wife with a lot of joy. However, this was not the case with her parents. One day, her parents came to visit her and officially see her husband. Honestly, she felt like she did not want to show them her husband in the first place. But later, she decided to do it, and this is when she introduced Focus to her family.
ubwo sinzi ukuntu bano baje kunsura ati rero katwereka umugabo washatse ntari benda mubereka ubwo mu kugenda rero bamubonye.
They all rejected him at first sight and told her to leave him because there are a lot of normal men in the world, and as a family, they did not think that Focus would be a perfect husband to their daughter. She says that she knew that this would happen. She told them that there was no way that she was going to ever leave Focus because he was the man that she loved in her life, though he was poor and disabled. She was ready to be a mother to his kids and live with him for the rest of her life. We shouldn't be looking for perfection in our partners. Perfection is all about the ego. With soulmate love, you know that true love happens when disappointments set in and you're willing to deal maturely with these disappointments. Her parents went back home, but they were not at all happy about the decision that their daughter had made. But as time went by, they realized that they couldn't change anything about this, so they accepted Focus as their son-in-law. This is how they are living now, and they do not have any problem with their family anymore. Things kept on becoming better, and they both managed to later have a child.
turabana Imana iduha umwana w'umukobwa.
They gave birth to one daughter because they knew that they couldn't manage to take care of more than one child because they are poor. The kind of life that they are living in is now very hard because she has to go and dig for people while her husband is on the streets begging for coins. According to what they say, this has never been enough, and it makes their life even more complicated. Focus says that he thought about a wheelchair in the first place, but he later realized that it couldn't be able to be used in these roads of his home area. He says that what he wants now is a better life for his family, and what he is asking for is capital to start up his own business and sell chickens and sugar canes on the road just like he did before. The funds that will be used to offer capital for his idea will be donated via GoFundMe, a link that is in the description of this video and pinned in the topmost comment by Afrimax English. True love cannot be found where it does not exist, nor can it be denied where it does. The romantic love we feel towards the opposite gender is probably one extra help from God to bring you together. Thank you for watching. My name is Prince. This is Afrimax English. Do not forget to subscribe.